You know, it's interesting. I think in many ways it comes down to resources and governance. And I think one of the things that people really need to think about is there are discussions about how you distribute, how you cut up the pie. You know, how are the resources of the country, the economy, the state divided? But ultimately, whether the federal government has control of resources or state governments, local governments, how much the public sector versus the private sector has national resources of the economy, ultimately they need to be governed well. There needs to be good governance and good use of those resources. The last 2 days I've done events here in Lagos focused on anti-corruption. And of course, if there's corruption, if money is misused at whatever level of government, if money is misused, then it's not getting to the people. I think as I've talked to people in different parts of the country, as I've traveled to the Delta or the Northeast or different states, you know, it's ultimately, you know, you have a huge percentage of Nigerians who live in dire poverty. And people have not seen the benefits of development in terms of, you know, lack of quality education, quality health care, job opportunities, a rising standard of living is not what most people see in this country. And I think that the country really needs to invest in making sure that resources and investments touch average Nigerians, average people, because if ultimately it doesn't, that undermines you know, these calls for different allocation of resources. But I've really reflected on, you know, corruption is a huge, huge challenge, as we all know, for Nigeria and Nigerians. And as we said yesterday, it's not a victimless crime. Corruption takes away money from poor people.